Acara kita lanjutkan dengan sambutan yang pertama. Saya ingin mengundang Ibu Michiko Miyamoto selaku Direktur ILO untuk memberikan sambutan. Ibu Michiko, silakan. Terima kasih banyak. Selamat pagi. Semuanya, salam sehat bagi kita semua. Home greetings to everyone. And my congratulations to KSBSI for successful Congress and continuation of that good work. Very happy here to support your future work. So we have, of course, Yueli, it is Levan, here today, and Bapak Muhammad Iqbal, coordinator fishing vessel, fishing gears, director of MMAF, and Bapak Dr. Dohana, head of ISMAA, Mining Agent Association. Very happy to be part of the event today, because as you know, ILO Jakarta has been very active to support the fishing sector. We have 3 fishing projects focusing on the different outputs. But we are working very closely with the Workers Bureau in ILO, ACTRAB, to support Indonesian Trade Union Network in the fishing sector, as you know. So the overall goal of the network is to support trade union in, of course, the policy advocacy. Some policy continues to need to be revised and then improved. And another focus has been, as you know, we have been also discussing the grievance mechanism management. So if some Indonesian fisher has problems, then there has to be a good mechanism to take up to resolve the issues. So, the goal of this trade union network is to, of course, to facilitate engagement to address decent work issues in fishing sector, including forced labor and child labor. And of course, unfortunately, this sector still see forced labor, child labor. I think in many economic sector, Indonesia saw a lot of improvement in the past for child labor, forced labor. If you go to normal factories, you don't really see a lot of reduction, a lot of effort made by the by everyone included, including union support and also factories. But unfortunately, I think fishing sector is one of the sector that we still see issues of forced labor sometimes, because we know it's very hard to track it. Same thing for the child labor, right? And because working on the fishing vessel itself is already a very hard working condition. I've been sort of joining some of the labor inspection. It's a very tough and harsh workplace if you choose to be a fisher as your occupation. So in nature, it's already very like a long working hours, and sometimes it's a dangerous occupation, right? You have to really make sure that all the crew members' safety has to be looked after. So there's a lot to do in that sense, a lot to improve for the welfare of the fishers, including marine fishers, and of course, these projects that we're working together with you, we also look at the policy coordination issues. It's not easy in most of the countries. There's always an overlap between the government agencies' mandate, so it's quite complex. And of course, it's not just the one country agency's mandate, who's responsible for what. It is also transnational. It's between flag states, port states, and sometimes coastal states, and then source state, like Japan, buying a lot of fish, right? So there's a lot of responsibilities among us, and I think we are making a progress, but we need to continue to clarify who is responsible for what. So, and again, fishing is important for Indonesia because it's a big economy here. We're producing a lot of, in terms of economic output, yes. So that means, it's continued to be like employing so many fishers, right, in this economy. And so supply chain in the fishing sector need to be, continuously looked at. If the economic sector is prosperous and earning a lot of profit, then of course there's a lot of value chains within the sector that we need to really pay attention to, right? So so we are also happy to see some of the MOU between the Minister of Manpower and also MMAF, which encourage the joint inspection effort for fishing vessels. And I think Noor here has been really working very closely on that. It's really important. So I encourage the continuation of this important work because that's the only way we find out somebody is working underage or post-labor condition or poor conditions. Without the inspection, there's no way that we know anything to improve, right? So we very much value your commitment to support this sector and then also collaboration with Noor's project, Accelerator Lab project. We see your union as strong partners to make changes, and I would like to see the activities and improvement continue under the collaboration with ILO and your union. So with that, I thank you very much for your participation and wish you all the best for today's discussion. Terima kasih.